is, but I can find out. I am working on the vegan muffins, and I used almond flour for the recipe, and it was a fail because they didn't puff up. They kind of exploded and melted and started to burn. And they're very tasty though, but they're ugly and they don't have the right texture. So here I am once again in this pudding texture. So that's whack. Day 14 of 21. So you can see what they look like. They can like mushy mush. And now what I'm trying to do is salvage what I did and put them in little wrappers, and I can still eat them. I like what I had to do with the whole 30 sweet potato bread puddings because I'm not gonna waste this. Also, I think I did adapt this from a recipe that I saw online. So it didn't say use almond flour. It had regular flour, I believe, in the recipe, and I thought I was gonna be fancy and do almond flour and not fuck around. Found out that that's not gonna be an easy transition. So it was not rising like flour, even though it's very tasty. And then I was thinking I was gonna have this vegan alternative cupcake for one of the kids who is vegan in my son's classroom so that they can participate, because we were going to make regular cupcakes for Darius, but then that kid couldn't have the regular cupcake. But then I also remember somebody has a nut allergy, and of course I use almond flour forgetting that it's a nut. So I can't use this recipe anyway, because what if the vegan kid is also the kid that don't eat nuts? I don't know. I gotta call one of the moms and confirm. But cross-contamination on that, I don't want to even put that risk out there. So I think I'm gonna have to make a vegan batch that is only flour based and not almond flour based, and just do this over again. It also had a little too much zest. The zest was, I think it was 2 tablespoons of zest, and I feel like the zest, although the zest is very flavorful, orange zest, it was overpowering. So I think I'm going to reduce that to 1 tablespoon. Not tablespoon. It was a tablespoon or teaspoon? Well, I think it was a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of zest. And that was too much. So I'm going to take that down to 1 teaspoon of zest instead. I added raisins and cranberries and dried cherries to the carrot muffin as well, which is a nice touch. I did not do the walnuts because at least I remember not to do that. The house is still smoky because the drippings from the baked good was dripping all on the burner and the bottom of the oven, making a huge mess. So whole house smoked up pretty bad. Still had the window open just to let some of that air out a bit. So it was a fail, but the thing is, the texture was a fail. The flavor was good. It's just the texture just did not work out as planned. And the unfortunate thing is I used one of the last golden wrappers, and I promised Darius the kid would have a golden wrapper, and now I can't give him this because this is like trash. So it is what it is. First time making the recipe. With all recipes I make, first time I test it out, then I have to adapt, and tweak it until I get the perfect combinations of stuff. So I still have time to make it right. Fix this and make this taste better. But it is what it is. I think with the I wanted to use up. I had this flour for a while, and I had not used the almond flour, so I think I was just trying to find an excuse to put it to use. But regular flour, all-purpose flour. I also realized I didn't hook up my mic. Got my light, but not my mic. I do all the setup equipment next time. It's late. I did this all very late at night, but I'm glad I did it. 3 things that I needed to accomplish today. Well, there was many things I needed to accomplish today, and I did not do the many things, but I did 3 things that were important to me that had been on my mind that was bothering me. So I'm glad I got a chance to knock that out. Close this window. I'm glad I got a chance to knock that out. So now it's just a matter of getting in the habit of completing things. Things on the to-do list. Completing the things on the to-do list. Because I to-do list is always endless, but at least I'm starting to get more realistic of how long it takes for bigger projects to get done. And my hope is that I will be more intentional about not overloading one day. Clearly I'm a gremlin today because I did not do the intermittent fasting. I've been noshing on those carrot cake things all night as I've been making them. So I just made a decision that I'm going to let myself off the hook for March. March is a rough month when it comes to the exercise. I already have the commitment established for April. So I'm going to do my thing in April onward, and we'll just see what happens. I'm hoping that I can get some better results, and just the first step is self-awareness, right? You gotta be present to what the issue is, be aware of the issue to be able to solve it. So now I'm getting my stuff together. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Everything didn't get done, but I did what I could, and I've been talking about making these carrot muffins for the last 2 weeks. So even though it was a fail tonight, I'm still glad that I pushed myself to do it. Remineralizing my water, because the reverse osmosis tank strips all the nutrients out of the water in addition to just the pharmaceuticals. So you gotta put some minerals back in the water. So that's why I do that. But complete. I'll see you tomorrow.